These are just some of my tips to help me and my kids prepare to get back into the whole school routine and just to prepare for back to school. Number one is don't get overwhelmed, you guys. Just give yourself grace. We're gonna get through this. The first tip I usually do, I start encouraging my kids weeks in advance. Aren't you so happy to see your friends? I can't wait for you to get back to school. It's going to be exciting to see who got taller and like what y'all did during the summer. I just start to kind of like mentally prepare their mind because I know going back to school can create anxiety. Let's be honest, some of our kids don't want to go back to school. Secondly, I like to go through their clothing and start decluttering stuff that doesn't fit them. End of the summer, if they wear Cat and Jack items, I know a lot of people no longer shop at Target. What you can go ahead and do is return those Cat and Jack items that you purchased last year and you will get a full refund. So any softly worn Cat and Jack items I have already taken back to Target and I've already gotten my refund. I like to shop at the outlets or the Nordstrom anniversary sale to find discounted shoes. Look at these cute shoes I got for my daughter. And I got these on sale at the Nordstrom anniversary sale. And I got these New Balances for my son. Just make sure you buy shoes that are a half size bigger so that they have room to grow into it. It's not too big, not too uncomfortable, but at the same time, they have space to grow so that you're not buying new shoes in the next 2 months. The fourth thing I like to do is to start mentally preparing my meal prep and my lunch prep ideas. I go on Google, I go on Pinterest, and I start researching like different ideas for their school lunches and also just to get me mentally prepared because I hate packing lunches for my kids. They are so picky, but we're going to get through this. I also like to go through their old school supplies from last year because they return to you their school supplies and some of those school supplies are not used. So I have leftover glue, I have leftover erasers, pencils, and I start to kind of like organize those items, especially their notebooks. Like they ask you to bring all these composition books, but all of those composition books are not used. So I remove the pages that were used, and sometimes it's like 5 pages, and I have the whole book left. And then I have a whole brand new composition book because I'm not going to spend money buying these composition books. Okay. Now, you can also look into if your school provides a particular website that gives you like a bundle of all the stuff that the kids need for back to school supplies, and you can actually buy the entire bundle. My kids' school does do that. There's a website that I can go to and I can click first grade and it will give me all the items that the first graders need, and I just put it in my cart. But I can also modify the cart and choose what I need and what I don't need. Items that you need in bulk, like Kleenex, storage bags, those types of items, don't feel like you have to buy that at the beginning of the school year. They are not used at the beginning of the school year. And they actually tell you to kind of like trickle it in during the school year. So don't send your kids with all these heavy, big items. Just space it out and it will help your budget too. Maybe one month you can bring in the gallon of Ziploc bags. Maybe the next month you can bring in a couple boxes of Kleenex. Maybe the next month you can bring in some containers of Clorox wipes, but don't feel overwhelmed and feel like you have to buy all these school supplies at one time, right? Uniforms, I also like to get those from like the outlets. The Children's Place outlet is a really good option. There's also options on Amazon. And the best option for me is my neighbors because some of them go to the same school as my kids and we will hit each other up and be like, hey, y'all got a size 7, you got a size 5. And some of these items are softly worn. I can't even tell that they have been worn sometimes, especially when you have to pack that extra pair of clothing for your child. The extra pair that you pack in case of emergencies, like an extra pair of panties, extra pair of a shirt, pants, socks in case they have an accident. At the end of the school year, they give you that back, and that's a brand new set of clothes. But your child may no longer fit that uniform size anymore. And so you can donate it to your neighbor and you guys can exchange or, whatever. But those are my tips to help you and the kids mentally prepare and get back to school. Don't forget to start to like decrease that screen time, start putting that screen time notification back on those iPads so that they can prepare to get off of their screens before bed and not have to have that sudden adjustment. But I hope these helped, and I wish you guys the best school year. I wish the kids the best school year, and I'm keeping them all in prayer and hoping that we have a wonderful school year.